Ever thought about a race where, you're not actually driving, where you design the driver itself, the intelligence behind the wheel? Well, today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. We're unpacking the Virtual Robot Race Alpha Version Rulebook. It's quite something. Our goal here is pretty simple. Cut through the complex stuff, figure out how these algorithm races work, how you actually win, and maybe most importantly, how you can get involved yourself. We'll try and make it all make sense. So let's start at the beginning. What is this virtual robot race, fundamentally? Can you break that down for us?
Sure. It's actually a really neat concept. It's a race where AI drives your robot. In a virtual world, of course.
AI drives it.
Yeah. Think of like a remote control car, but instead of you holding the controller, the joystick, you build the brain that does the driving. Your AI makes all the calls.
Hey, that paints a picture. Building the brain, not controlling the sticks. I like that.
Sure.
So if you've built this amazing AI brain, how do you, win? What are the victory conditions?
It's actually quite focused, which I think is smart for an alpha version. You need to complete 2 laps, specifically clockwise laps.
2 laps, clockwise. And the winner, it's simply the racer with the shortest total time for those 2 laps. So it really comes down to speed and, well, your AI not messing up.
Heat and consistency. Makes sense.
Right. And they even have a specific rule for ties. If 2 racers finish with the exact same time, down to the thousandth of a second, it's a tie.
Wow. Okay. Precision matters. Now, what about the robot itself? Are there limits? I saw something about state of charge, SOC. Is that like battery life? Do we need to worry about the robot running out of juice?
That's a great point. And it shows where they're focusing for this alpha. So yes, if the SOC hits 0, the robot does stop.
Ah, okay. So battery is a factor.
Well, yes and no. Here's the key part for the alpha version. It's stopping isn't a penalty. The rulebook actually says you can pretty much ignore SOC for now.
Ignore it, really. For now, yeah. They put in parentheses, subject to change in later versions, which is interesting. It tells us this version is purely about testing the AI's driving and navigation smarts, not, energy management.
Ah, I see. So focus on the driving intelligence first, maybe worry about battery strategy later. That makes sense for an alpha.
Exactly. It simplifies the initial challenge.
Okay, speaking of that intelligence, the rules mention eligible modes. Since you can't manually drive it with a keyboard, how do you control the robot? What are these modes?
Right. Manual mode is definitely out. It forces you to build some kind of automated control. There are 3 ways you can do it.
3 ways. Okay.
First is table mode. Think of this like a pre-programmed dance routine or maybe like a musical score for the robot. You define the exact sequence of torque commands ahead of time.
Like step-by-step instructions.
Precisely. Then there's rule-based mode. This is more like setting up if-then logic. If you see an obstacle here, then turn this way. You're defining reactions to situations.
Okay, so more reactive.
Correct. And the third one is AI mode. This is where you typically use machine learning. You train an AI, let it figure out the best way to drive based on its training and what it senses. It learns.
So pre-programmed reactive rules or letting an AI learn, that covers quite a range of approaches, doesn't it?
It really does. It lets people with different skills and ideas compete, whether they're great at precise sequencing, logical rules, or advanced AI training.
Very cool. All right, let's get to the race itself. How does it actually start, and how is it judged? You mentioned sensors earlier.
Yep. So the start is simple. There are 3 start lights. The race begins the moment all 3 turn off.
And don't move before they're off, I assume.
Exactly. Move early, that's a false start, and you get a penalty. Gotta wait for the lights.
Okay. And laps. How does the system know you've completed one?
It uses virtual gates. You have to pass the start gate, and then either goal gate A or goal gate B in that specific order. These are tracked automatically by what they call position objects. Think of them as digital tripwires or sensors in the virtual world.
Digital sensors, right.
And direction matters. If you go the wrong way, say past gate B, then gate A, that's a wrong direction, penalty, you actually lose a lap count, -1 lap.
Ouch. Okay, so follow the course. What about going off the track entirely?
That's a disqualification. If the system detects you're off track, or if your position somehow goes negative, which shouldn't happen, you're out of that attempt. So stay on the virtual pavement.
Right, stay within the lines. So for people listening who are thinking, hey, I could build an AI for this, how do they actually submit an entry? What's the process?
Good news is, you can try as many times as you want, which is great for learning and tweaking.
Oh, nice. Unlimited attempts.
Seems so for now.
Yep.
To submit, you need to record your race attempt within the simulator. Then you post that recording to X, Twitter, using a specific format.
A specific hashtag format.
Yeah, it's #virtualrobotrace, then mode. followed by the mode you use, like rule-based, and then time, followed by like 1.23.456 sec.
Okay, hashtag virtual robot trace mode time.
Got it. And they mentioned these submissions get picked up, often showcased on their YouTube channel. So you can watch your run, watch others, learn from them. And they also say you can communicate on their Discord server.
It sounds like a pretty open community then.
Yeah.
Recording, posting, watching others, discussing on Discord.
Yeah, it seems quite community focused, which is great for something like this.
Definitely. So, okay, last crucial bit. For anyone fired up and ready to dive in, what are the key links? Where should they go?
All right, 3 main places. For the code, the rules, all the technical details, head to GitHub, github.com/a, github.com AA Grand Prix Virtual Robot Race.
GitHub for the code. Makes sense.
To chat with everyone, join the community, ask questions. That's the Discord, discord.ggbctt2tt.
Discord for community, okay.
And for the official hub news and probably more polished info, check their official website, virtualrobotrace.com.
Perfect. GitHub, Discord, and the official site. We've covered a lot there. It's genuinely fascinating, this mix of AI development, engineering, and just raw competition.
It really is. It pushes the boundaries of what we even think of as racing, doesn't it?
It does. So thinking ahead, what's the bigger picture here?
Well, it makes you ponder, right? As these virtual worlds get more complex and AI gets more capable, how is our whole idea of competition going to shift? What kind of skills become really valuable? Is it coding, strategy, training the AI? It's sort of a new frontier for competitive skills.
That's a great thought to end on. What skills will matter most in these algorithmic arenas? Something for all of us to think about. And if you're intrigued by all this, definitely check out those links. Maybe you'll be the next virtual robot race champion. Thanks for breaking it all down for us.